Why do you want to study medicine? It's a very daunting question, but after all, if you're choosing to study this course, a course that is so long and challenging, why would you want to do it? And if you get asked this question in a medical interview, which you are quite likely to, then what they're really trying to find out is if you know what you're getting yourself into. They're trying to understand if your motivations for wanting to be a doctor, which is a highly demanding role, stem from wise and calculated reasoning. Now, the why medicine question is a make or break question, which means you need to get it right, but at the same time, you do not need to follow a specific format to get it correct. That's because motivation for studying medicine varies greatly from person to person, and the best way to answer this question is by asking yourself, why do you want to study medicine? Is it because you enjoy studying the sciences? You want to take care of people at such a personal level? Is it because you grew up watching medical practitioners in your family and this inspired you to want to do medicine? All of these reasons are perfectly valid. And so the fact is, there isn't one right way to describe your reasons for wanting to study medicine. In fact, all of these reasons that I just listed, along with many other more that we're going to discuss, they could all be reasons as to why you want to study medicine. Now, people tend to worry that they need to talk about things like work experience extensively, talk about a deep passion for the sciences, but all you really need to do is be honest. Do not make anything up, give your actual reasons as to why you want to study medicine. Only you can best explain your own reasons for wanting to study medicine. Use this video as reflection. After you watch this video, ask yourself, why do you want to study medicine? Now, a lot of people tend to talk about personal experiences, which is great and perfectly acceptable. And the fact is, a lot of people have an aha moment in their lives, which gives them a realization that medicine is for them. For example, losing a family member, having a traumatic experience, witnessing a surgery for the first time, recovering from an illness. All of these experiences, or any of these experiences, can want to make an individual want to be a doctor themselves. Now, the next one is sciences and scientific curiosity. Now, medicine is a scientific subject, a highly scientific and research-based subject. For example, you're going to study things like biochemistry, physiology, medical sciences, and so much more. Now, there's many ways you could go about talking about the sciences. For example, you could just talk about what you learn at A level. You could talk about Olympiads, outside work you did, science-related research, interesting articles that you learnt about medicine and sciences. Now, here's how I worded my why medicine answer. It took me a while to exactly remember what I wrote, but here's just roughly what I had. So, my fascination with the intrinsic magnificence of the human body and a zealous passion for studying the sciences, combined with a resolute desire to ameliorate people's lives through teamwork and problem solving, is what fuels my ambition to study medicine. Medicine is a highly altruistic profession that is focused on applying scientific knowledge and using emotional resilience and empathy to ameliorate people's lives through teamwork and problem solving, a vocation that is perfectly suited to my personality and interests. Now, another thing people do is talk about work experiences, and in my opinion, you can really well connect work experience to the ideas of compassion, empathy, resilience. You can also link your work experience back to your motivation for studying medicine from a scientific perspective. Let me talk about my example. While shadowing a cystic fibrosis clinic, I observed a team of doctors interacting with the parents of a baby who was recently diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. I observed how the doctor actively listened to the parents' concerns, acknowledging them by using non-verbal gestures such as head nods and open body language. I witnessed how the doctor addressed them in a professional and sensitive manner. Subsequently, I wanted to learn more about cystic fibrosis, so I watched lectures to understand how it's caused by a Delta 508 mutation in the CFTR gene, along with its symptoms and possible treatments. Thus, I wrote and published a newsletter summarizing the potential treatments of cystic fibrosis and how its complications can be managed. The newsletter on cystic fibrosis was one of 35 newsletters I wrote within a year, a hobby that stemmed from my aspiration to spread awareness about various diseases, conditions, and scientific related topics. This enhanced my ability to critically evaluate sources and summarize relevant findings. Now, in this answer, you may have noticed the use of very fancy language. Now, yes, you don't have to do this. That's what universities say. You do not need to use fancy language. But the fact is, whilst it's not a prerequisite, it is indeed true to a very great extent that using bigger words makes you come across as more intelligent. Now, we can say that this is unfair because we're going to study medicine, not an English degree, but at the same time, we have to acknowledge that these biases exist. So it's okay to learn some new words for the medical interview. It may actually leave a very good impression on your interviewer. Now next, in your interview, you can bring up the prospect of lifelong learning. Now, the fact is, in medicine, science is forever changing and evolving, and so it is important to stay up to date with the latest research and medical information to actively improve your practice as you grow as a doctor. Here's what I said in very brief detail. I want to study medicine to be able to pursue my passion for lifelong learning. Moreover, medicine offers me the opportunity to get involved in research, teaching and management, which I have a deep interest for. That's literally it. Now, a very important thing to talk about is the fact that medicine offers the prospect of problem solving and helping people. Now, this goes without saying, helping people is a very big part of medicine. That's why most of us tend to go into this profession. But problem solving is also a very big thing. Now, here's what I said. What I truly love about medicine is the fact that you're dealing with the unexpected on a daily basis. To solve a variety of problems with a team of skilled individuals, each with their own unique competencies and personalities, is truly unique. This requires problem solving, something I am deeply interested in, because as a logical person, I love using my creativity, imagination, combined with my scientific knowledge to reach a diagnosis and improve a person's quality of life. Now, this requires problem solving, something I am very interested in and passionate about, because as a logical person myself, I love using my creativity, imagination, combined with my scientific knowledge that I would gain as a doctor to ultimately reach a diagnosis and improve a person's quality of life. Making a difference to someone's life at such an incredibly personal level by combining scientific and clinical expertise, care and compassion is something no other career offers the chance of tackling. So once again, just to summarize, these are the main things you need to talk about in your medical interview. It doesn't matter if you talk about all of them. The point is, these are good things to say. Once again, this is not a general framework. Different things work for different people, so please explore, be unique, be interesting. Your interviewers would love that, I promise. However, the things that we did discuss are good to talk about, and you might want to frame your answer around these things. So yeah, just a very short video about why you should study medicine and how to answer that question. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!